Happy birthday, Helen.
Happy birthday, Hannah!
Okay, well, we actually celebrated our birthdays a couple of
A couple
weeks
of weeks,
ago.
like a week ago was
Oh,
your birthday, 2 weeks ago
exactly.
was my birthday. Yeah.
But this is not why I'm saying happy birthday.
Yep.
It is actually Poducate Me's
Yay!
1 year
1 year
birthday.
of Poducate Me.
Yes.
Our little baby has grown so much in
Yes.
this year.
It's like a toddler now.
It's like a toddler now. Yeah. So we thought that we will take this moment to talk to you guys about the road so far,
Yeah.
how it all started,
Yes.
how it was, well, how it all was going, and
Yeah,
where we are now.
exactly. So
Yeah.
we have our fun little hats here if you guys are watching us. I
We also have a very cute cake
Yes.
from a beautiful Greek
Greek.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you found this cute little Greek bakery and they had some really nice
Yeesh.
pastries. What
Yes.
kind of
This is
cake
a
is it?
Napoleon.
A Napoleon.
Yeesh. I do not know if it's good or not, but other pastries there are just mwah. So I have high hope
It
for this
looks
one.
delicious. I'm
Yes.
so excited. So we'll
Yes.
light our little, we have a candle here, but we'll light it at the end,
The
right? You
candle,
can't really
it's
see it,
there.
but
Yeah.
it's hard to see. All
Uh-huh.
right. So actually, what I wanted to do was, for what I do on my actual birthday a lot is I like to reflect
Okay.
a little bit
That's a good
on,
idea.
I reflect back on the year and I think about what were some wins, what were some things that maybe I haven't accomplished, what are some things that I can look forward to or wish for in the new year or in the next year coming up, that type of
Mhm.
thing. And I thought for Poducate Me's 1 year birthday, we can kind of do the same
Yes, I love
and
it.
look back on some of the things that we have done and on some of our maybe our favorite episodes and things like
Yes,
that.
let's do
Yeah.
it. And actually, if we're talking from the very beginning, I don't remember if we ever told you this, guys, but the time frame from the moment when we had the conversation about like, oh, we should start a podcast to when we actually started like planning and recording, it was a very short period of time.
Yeah.
It's like it was like within weeks, and by weeks I mean like 1 or 2 weeks.
It went from 0 to 100
Exactly, like
pretty quickly.
this,
Yes.
very
It
quickly.
really, I think within a couple of months, I want to say, right? Like it was
I
very
mean, within a
quick.
couple of months. So we started recording in April and then we aired in July.
Yeah.
But between we came up with the idea and we were like, yep, we're doing this until like starting recording, it was weeks,
Yeah.
like not even months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was so much fun.
It was like a quick decision as soon as you came up with the idea in the beginning. And as soon as you brought it up, it was kind of like a light bulb went off.
Yeah, like, oh my God.
Why? Of
Yeah.
course we should be doing this.
And because of all of the beautiful conversations we had, there was a period of time. I mean, we were hanging out a lot at work and like talking about this, and that.
Yeah.
But then there was a period of time when we were hanging out outside of work and we were spending a lot of time together. And we had such beautiful conversations
Yes.
about anything, about life, but mostly, of course, because we're language nerds and because we're English teachers, we're talking about our students, about language, about all of the beautiful intricacies of language. And we're like, oh my God, people have to hear this.
I think this is what anybody who starts a podcast, this is the idea, right? Like,
Yes.
okay, people need to be listening to this. I don't know how, self-indulgent that is. It is, I mean, on my end, it is self-indulgent because it's such a great excuse for me to hang out with you
Yeah.
and talk with you. And these are all topics that honestly we would be talking about even if we weren't doing a podcast episode. So
I
it's so
totally
natural.
agree. It is so natural.
Yeah.
And I love this kind of hobby of ours,
Hmm.
like right now. And it's been a year, actually more than a year, because we told you that
Heck,
we started recording in April.
true.
And I'm not tired of it. Are you? I
No,
don't feel
definitely.
like every time that I have to come for a recording, I don't do it like, another day of recording.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, nice. We're gonna have some
And
fun.
let me tell you, we went through all the seasons, We recorded in the winter. It was a long winter. you guys, it was a long, long winter, and we still trekked through the snow and
Hmm.
made it to the recordings, and even like rainy, stormy, dreary days,
Yeah,
hot,
true.
hot summer days,
Hot summer days and also holiday seasons,
holiday
which is
season.
like always you can never find time for anything. And then like you have to dedicate the whole day for the podcast recording. And
Yeah.
we did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, coming back to the very, very beginning,
Hmm.
the very funny story about how we first got our microphones, the very old ones, we did do a very quick research. And
Yeah.
honestly, we didn't want to spend a lot of money
Yeah.
because we're like, we do not know how it's going to go, where it's going to
It's
go. It's
hobby.
a hobby, yeah. So we got some microphones and Hannah brought them to my place. We're still at my place at that time. And we're like, of course, we have to unpack them and like put them together. So we put them together and we sat down. We started recording videos, just like random. We knew that these videos were not going to be for the
Just
actual
testing the
podcast.
equipment.
We were just like testing the equipment. It was a very learning curve
It was a learning
to
curve.
test the equipment and try because we had like the soundboard and you had to like all of those different settings for like echo, not echo, how far you're sitting from it. It was very funny.
And the first one that we had, that soundboard, you could change your voices and they had different sounds. Like they had an applause sound, they had like little animal sounds. So it was fun to
To
figure
play
out
with
and
them.
try to
Yeah.
deal with. And at that first, I think we were just so excited. We celebrated by, having some
Oh my God.
drinks because
Yes.
we had gotten our equipment and we were setting up our equipment. And I think we went a little overboard that day.
Very overboard.
Yeah, that was, yeah, I
Yeah.
drank a lot that
We
day.
got super drunk,
Yeah.
but it was still fun. And actually, I still do have those videos. So who knows?
Oh
Maybe
my gosh.
at some
Blackmail.
point, yeah, I'll be blackmailing you. Or maybe we'll show it to you guys. But what is funny is that we were just sitting there, like, as if it's like our second nature. We were just sitting there in front of the laptop with the microphones and we were talking about whatever. They were not meant to be shown to the public eye, for sure, those videos. So we were just talking about, like, how are things at work?
Yeah.
Or how do you make this wonderful pasta sauce?
What
And all
books
of
have you
this.
read
Yeah, what
lately?
books have you read lately? And it was great.
Yeah.
I really loved that
It was
experience.
it was a fun start. It was very exciting, and it's always really nice to just plan what we're
Yeah,
going to talk about and what the podcast is going to be doing, and even honestly, like every single topic that we've talked about in each of these episodes is something that, again, like I love talking about.
yeah,
It's just regular, everyday conversational stuff that I love to
so
talk
true.
about, right?
Yeah. So, Hannah, we were talking about the episodes. You mentioned the episodes.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite ones that we've done?
I, it's like asking about your favorite child. Asking to choose your
I
favorite
don't
child.
have kids.
No,
Let's say about your favorite student.
favorite student. I did actually look back at some of our episodes, and there were a couple where I just thought they were so fun.
Hmm.
I don't know if, on the listening end, it was as fun for as, the listener as it was for me, but there were some that I just thought were so funny or so fun. So one of my top ones was, I wrote them down because
Okay,
so that I could
awesome.
remember.
I'll be just like piggybacking
Okay.
off them.
One that I really liked was our Halloween episode.
Oh, yeah.
So that was back in November probably because it was
Uh-huh.
after Halloween, or maybe it was directly on Halloween.
No, it was around Halloween.
Around
Yeah,
Halloween.
but
Okay.
we recorded it way back in September.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Um, well, yeah, so we did the Halloween episode, and what I really liked about it was we included some of the clips of our haunted house trip,
Mhm.
and that was such a fun trip for me. Like it was something that was really out of my comfort zone. So it's something that in life I did that was stepping out of my comfort zone? And obviously I love the holiday, but just kind of reliving that and talking about that was really fun for me.
That was a very fun episode.
It
And
was
I
fun.
guess that it was the first episode when we used some props because I was wearing a hat
Yeah,
and we had like some pumpkins. It was a lot of fun. I
that one
really
was
loved that
really fun.
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about Halloween, how Hannah was celebrating it as a kid here,
that's
and
right.
me not as a kid back in Ukraine,
Yeah, yeah,
and about the history of holiday. But yeah, the highlight was, of course, our trip
yeah.
to that haunted house.
That
Yeah.
was really fun. Do you have a
Yeah,
favorite
I
episode?
do. So honestly, I was looking back at also the list of the episodes that we did, and I like all of them. I guess that I can make a list of the ones that I don't really like. It is easier for me to do them than the
Okay.
ones that I love because I love almost all of them.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite ones, I really like the episodes where we were talking about the words that do not exist in English.
Oh yeah.
We were sharing the words that we have in our I have in my first languages and that you brought from Korea, and
Mm-hmm.
they're just like why the English doesn't have these words.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved that episode, and I really like the episode about superstitions.
Oh yeah, that one was fun.
That one was good. And I even have the reason why I love that one, because in that episode, this is where you made your iconic mistake saying that your birthday is in July. And I remember how we were laughing like crazy about this, like for the whole day, the entire day we were laughing. So we're recording an episode, okay? And I'm asking Hannah about her favorite number because we were
Oh,
talking about superstitions and that like certain numbers they're like not lucky and like
yes.
blah blah blah. And then Hannah is like very confidently saying that her favorite number is six. And then she goes like, "Well, I have an explanation for this." And I'm like, "So tell me." And she goes like, "So my birthday's in
This is
July."
gonna sound crazy, but um, my birthday's in July. My birthday's not. My
She's
birthday's not in
lying.
July.
Lying.
My birthday's in July.
And then we started laughing
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Hannah's birthday's in June. Actually, it was a week ago.
Yes.
And so after that, we were laughing a lot during the episode, like in the moment. But then after we finished the recording for the entire day until like the evening, we were at some point, someone would go like, "So my birthday's in July." And we just like
It's become a
doubled laughing.
it's just become an inside joke
Yes, I
because
love
our
it
other
so
friends
much.
have heard about it as well. And so, every now and then there will be so my birthday's in July.
I love it
So
so much.
I was confused at first because I mixed up what episode it was in. I thought it was in the one where I was talking about my language
No, it was
journey.
definitely about the
Yes,
favorite
but
number.
you're right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember I remember that. But actually speaking of like what I was talking about before, but I I did. It was very, very early in the beginning, but I did really enjoy our episodes about our language journeys.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
those
like
are good
I
too.
I think it was I don't know if I've ever had a situation where I kind of thought or talked through a timeline of my life in this
Mm.
perspective about learning a language and being an ESL teacher and how that all came about. So I found it to be just kind of reflective for myself
Oh,
more so than
lovely.
anything. So that's one of the, I guess personally, like one of the ones that was special for me. And I learned a lot from your episode too.
Yeah, you're right. I
Yeah.
never thought it in this way. Well, I guess that maybe because I do often talk about it, it happened. I don't even know why, but people always, not always, but often ask me about like my language journey, how it came where I am today with
Yeah.
my language.
Yeah.
But you're right, because some of the friends that I acquired here in Canada who didn't know this, and then they watched the episode and they were like, "Oh, it was so nice to like learn this. I didn't know this or that about you."
Exactly, yeah. I got the same feedback as well.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that episode. And one that I've been really enjoying lately is any episode related to slang.
Oh, yes, the slang episode also.
I love talking about slang, especially like Gen Z slang. So
Uh,
our episode on Gen Z, Gen Alpha slang was so much fun. I really want to do something like that again. And
definitely
then
want
kind
to
of
do so.
turning back the clock
Maybe
and
inviting some of the Gen Zers.
yeah, turning back the clock
Mhm.
and then talking about like our millennial slang. That was really fun as well. And having you guess some
Yeah.
of the millennial slang, I found that to be really fun.
On that note,
Yeah.
every single episode where I'm playing my favorite game, where I'm asking you, try and guess like either the idioms that I'm translating word for word from my first languages,
Yeah.
or there was something else about like the words, like can you guess what these words are? I love all of those episodes. They
Yes.
bring me so much joy. I don't
So
know. I
much
feel
fun.
like a kid. Like I'm so excited inside. Like I'm all like vibrating with excitement when I
I
have
mean,
to ask you
we're
that.
playing games.
Yeah,
That's so much
yeah.
fun, right?
Hmm.
I also have to honorable mention all of our interview episodes. We have
Interest.
had some amazing guests on the show, and just learning what people do or things that other people are passionate about, it has been such an eye-opener for me. One in particular, for example, when we interviewed my sister,
Hmm.
Julia, just, we're sisters, so we don't talk about our actual jobs or the contents of our job, like
Hmm.
what we actually do on a day-to-day basis. So being able to really dive deeper into something like that was so much fun.
Nice. And it's
Talking
also
about
like, oh my God, this is my sister. I'm learning new stuff about her.
exactly, exactly, like the therapy one
Hmm.
with your
With
friend
Elsa, yeah.
Elisa. There were so many great episodes. I can't even mention them all because honestly, every single guest we've had has given us so much important and informative
Yeah.
information,
They
right?
made such a great input in
Yeah.
our growth.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's true. Our interview episodes are amazing. And also, about speaking, you started with the Halloween episode, and I wanted to say that one of my favorite one is about our camping adventures.
Oh
I
yeah.
also really like that one because we shared a lot about our passion for camping, about how it helped us learn a lot about each other and about like how strong our friendship is because it was tested by the weather, by the camping
It
conditions.
definitely was.
Yeah, and also the great trip that we took last year all
Yes.
the way to the province of Quebec to see the whales. And we also
Tadoussac.
embedded some, I don't remember whether videos, but I mean pictures and stuff, and just like talking about it, reliving it. It gave me a lot of
Yeah,
pleasure to record the episode and then rewatch
it
it.
makes me really excited about our camping that we will be doing this summer. We're doing actually a few camping trips, so I'm
Yes.
very excited.
I
I'm very
just
excited about
came
that.
back from one camping trip.
Yes. That's right. That's right. So I want to talk about, all of these episodes have been so great, and I want to talk about some of our wins this year. Like what are some of our successes that we've had this year? I would say, for me personally, I, I learned a lot about myself. I have
Uh-huh.
learned a lot about myself, but I think I've also just learned some skills that I don't think I ever would have in other situations, right? So, I think there was it's a funny story of when we were first recording, when we
Yes,
recorded
it's
our
one of my favorite
first
stories.
episodes, we actually had to re-record our first episode because when we recorded the first one and we watched it back,
Sorry, just a little thing. We recorded the episode and we like hit stop recording and we were like, oh my God, we're amazing. That was
mhm.
such a great episode. Like, blah, blah, blah. Let's watch it.
So then we watched it and it was cringe town. Like it was really bad. We were the way that we were talking, the way that we looked, the sound, everything about it, we just were feeling really
Yeah.
not happy about
Not
it.
happy at all.
And
And sorry, it all started with the constructive criticism. So
yeah.
we were talking about like really good points, the way we sound, the vocabulary that we were using, the pauses we were making, the word choice.
Hmm.
But then of course it all ended up with like how we look. I don't like my brow, I don't like my hair, look at my face.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So that was, I think, just learning a lot from that. We basically, we fixed it with a very simple change. We switched
we
sides.
switched sides. And
Yeah.
after that, don't believe that you have a working side, guys. Hmm.
Yeah. So I think just, obviously I don't mean learning about how I physically look. That's not what I meant. But what I meant is, how I speak and back before we started this podcast, I really wasn't the type of person to, I hated listening to myself and how I sounded. And I still don't. I still cringe every time I have to hear my own voice. But just being, having to be in a position where I have to do something like that, I feel like it's really helped me personally
Hmm.
with, what I sound like and how as a teacher, I feel like it has really been beneficial to me. And then even just all this behind the scenes stuff. We learned so much about technical things, how things work behind
Yeah,
the
how
scenes.
podcasts work and
Yeah.
stuff.
And so those were some really valuable things that I'll always keep with me. And I think
Yeah.
that I can always use in the future.
This is amazing. I want to also add that for me it was a kind of a humbling experience because, again, don't think about me, guys, that I'm conceited or in love with myself, but I have my whole life, basically, I've been in public speaking
Hmm.
because, of course, we're teachers,
Yeah,
right? So when you're a teacher, you're always in front of the classroom, you always have your audience. So public speaking is a huge part, was a huge part of my professional life, in person as well as online. When the COVID hit, we were teaching online. And I always was so confident in front of the camera or speaking in front of the public. So I was like, you know what? I have no problems with it again until I watched that episode,
yeah,
the very first one that we recorded. And I was like, OMG. It's bad because again, once one thing is when you have a live audience and you can see people's reactions and you have some engagement, you have some immediate feedback from the crowd. And the other thing is just talking to the camera with like no feedback. Of course, I do have feedback and engagement from my co-host Hannah, but it's still very different. And for me, it was a very humbling experience to also reflect on how to communicate with the camera without the live audience.
yeah.
But it was a very good learning curve, I should
Exactly. So
say.
I feel like this is such a win. It's such a
Yeah.
successful thing to say that
Yeah.
this is something that I've been able to do and see about
Mhm.
myself,
Yeah,
right?
and I really love what you said about like the things that you will carry with you
Yeah,
forever. So now, again, knowing this and still working on these things, I am improving myself. I'm
exactly.
getting better
I
every
mean,
day.
of course, well, for me, what I feel like is I always have room for improvement. I have a long way to go personally, and this is how I feel even with the podcast, right? Like there's so much
Yeah,
more that we can do and so much more to improve on, but I feel like, you know, we started from one thing and look at us now.
yeah.
And I feel like the growth that we've had as a podcast and just
Mm-hmm.
as a person has been so much this year,
Yeah, it's
and it's
been
great.
really helpful, all of the support that you guys give us. And we
Yeah,
also wanted to mention that, of course, at the very beginning, when we just launched, we had a lot of love and support from our family and friends. They were our main listeners. But now, a year from that time, we have a lot of listeners who are just like people we don't know. So they
they
found
found
us
us.
somehow on all of the different platforms where we publish our episodes, and they're supporting us.
Yeah.
Yeah, sending us emails and stuff. So we love it so much. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. I feel like that's, yeah, that's just something that's a really nice, I guess, like sign of
Yeah,
we're enjoying this
we're being
and
consistent.
hopefully other people are enjoying it as well.
Yeah, we're always trying to think of some new and interesting topics for you guys. So, yeah, but we're always open to some feedback or suggestions.
Of
So, if you
course.
have any topics that you want us to discuss, we're open and we'll be happy to discuss them. But I have a question for you. I do not know if you do that, but I constantly check our performance through different platforms where
Hmm.
our podcast is. And where do you think is our biggest audience, like worldwide? Because there is the site through which we distribute our episodes, and there you can see like the top geographies.
So I don't check this. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm going to guess okay. I'm just going to throw it out there. Canada.
Canada.
Yeah,
Yes,
I would say
you're
Canada.
right.
Yeah?
We do have a lot of, yes,
Okay.
like most of the listeners are from Canada, but surprisingly, they're all over the world.
Yeah.
Like all over the world. Like when I check the statistics, it's like small percentages, mostly it's Canada, but there's a lot of people from the United States
Oh,
who are
cool.
also listening to us, yes, and all over the world, like
Nice.
different countries like Algeria, Papua New Guinea,
New Guinea.
New Guinea, Australia,
Wow.
different countries.
Oh, that's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, it
Well,
is.
hello to all of those
So,
people.
hello
Shout out.
world, and thank you. Yeah,
So, looking ahead,
looking ahead.
what do
Tough.
we have? What do we have in store for all of our lovely listeners? We, again, we're having so much fun with the podcast. I really feel like I could do this forever, you
Yeah,
know? So
we're not quitting.
yeah, that's what we can look forward to.
Hmm.
We have so many more fun things planned for the next year and the next years to come. And we have some also really great interviews that will be coming up soon, which I am very excited about. There's going to be
Me
some
too.
fun people that we are going to talk to
As
in the
always,
of
actually.
course, in the
Hmm.
upcoming episodes. And something else that we wanted to announce is that we are officially launching a TikTok.
Yay!
We are on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on all of the podcasting, streaming platforms. But you know what? We wanted to put our foot into the TikTok world and see what we do over there. So please go and find us there as well.
We'll add the link in
Yes,
the end of this episode.
exactly.
Yeah, it's it was very long way to get to TikTok because I we were a little bit struggling with Instagram
Hmm.
because it's a totally new, I don't have a personal
Me
Instagram.
neither.
Yeah, so I was like, I had no idea what's happening there. And then once we started learning all of the things about like the
Yeah.
algorithms, the time went to what's better,
Yeah.
reels or stories. And I was like, oh my God,
When we tell you that we started from zero,
scratch.
like we started from the bottom, this is like we actually mean that. Like I was not on social media. I'm not active on social media, neither is Helen. And so we
Yeah.
were starting this stuff up just with zero information. So I feel really proud. We can pat ourselves on the back. I
Yeah,
feel really
definitely.
proud.
Yeah.
So,
Let's light the candle, let's make a wish. And
okay, let's see here.
does
I'm
it work?
lighting the
Yes.
candle. Okay. Okay.
Woo!
So our
Candles light.
candle is lit. I think
So you can see it.
what we're gonna do is maybe, when we blow out a candle, we always make a wish for the next
Uh-huh.
year. So maybe what you can do is you know, what do you wish for Poducate Me?
Oh, I don't want to say
You don't
it.
want to say
No,
it?
because I mean, of
Ah,
course, I
okay.
wish us success, I wish us growth, I wish us new listeners, and I wish that we always have energy and creativity to continue doing what we're doing
Okay. But
best.
you're not going to tell us the
Yeah,
specific wish.
no, no,
Okay.
of course.
Fair.
I mean, like you never do it because it will not come true.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
let's do it.
So these are my wishes to us, and actually. I guess that we should have started with it. I want to thank you, Hannah,
Oh,
because you're being an amazing co-host for this whole thing. And okay, I'm not talking about our friendship
yeah.
here, okay? Just praising you as a co-host. I
Oh,
love doing this thing with you. I love how we always can find the connections and how we can solve the disagreements because we not always agree on the stuff that we want to do for the
very
podcast.
true.
Yeah, and sometimes we're like, yeah, I don't think that we want to do
Mm-hmm.
this, or like, I really want to do this. And we can always find it in the most like amicable, efficient, and professional way, I
Yeah.
should say. So thank you so much.
Thank you too, Helen. That was so nice. Yeah, I can't imagine doing this with anybody else. For
Same.
real.
Yeah,
I really feel like this has, I mean, I feel like it's strengthened our friendship, first of
definitely.
all, but I also feel like it just shows how well we work together,
Yeah,
right? Like we make such a good team.
we do.
I love it.
Dream team. High
Dream
five.
team. Yes, I love
Yay.
it. Okay. So we're gonna make a wish
Yes,
and blow out the candle.
yes,
Do you
but be
already?
careful with the
It's
icing
gonna,
because
it's
it's
gonna,
gonna,
okay.
yeah.
I have to think of a wish. Okay, I got it. Ready?
No, let me
No.
think.
Okay.
I mean, I have it, but I have to word it.
Word it
Yeah,
properly.
for the forces to hear it and understand it.
Okay, just let me know whenever you're ready. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes,
All right.
let's do it.
One,
Two,
two, three.
three.
Yay! Happy
Oh
birthday! Well, thank you everybody so much for sticking with us for an entire year. We hope that you'll stick with us for however long we go. Please, give us any feedback you want.
my God! Uh-huh.
And
And of course, guys, send us birthday wishes. Come on, we
yes.
need birthday wishes in the comment.
All right.
Yay!
So email us at eslpoducateme@gmail.com and find us on Instagram and TikTok at PoducateMe.
Yes, and of course, as a birthday present, the language lab is coming right up next. Love ya!
Bye.
Bye!
Stay tuned. We have the Language Lab coming up next. Welcome back to Language Lab. Today's episode is extra special because we are celebrating one whole year of Poducate Me.
Hey, that is right. 12 months, countless recordings, at least three audio
At
disasters,
least.
at least, and approximately 1,000 moments of wait, is the mic on?
We just did that.
We just
It
did
just
that.
happened.
Yep.
Okay, well, we still do have some vocabulary for you today, a little birthday gift. So, first up, we have the word toddler. A toddler is a very young child, like a baby, who
Mm-hmm.
is learning to walk. Usually, I would say like between 1 to 3 years old. The reason why they're called toddlers is because they toddle, they walk kind of back and
In a
forth.
staggering way.
Yes, staggering a little bit.
Mm-hmm. The next word is the word accomplish. And to accomplish means to successfully complete or achieve something. Like during our episode, we were sharing some of the accomplishments that happened to us during the year.
Yes, exactly. Next, we talked about how we came
Mm-hmm.
with the idea of this podcast, and it was like a ding
Light
light
bulb.
bulb. A light bulb is when we use the word light bulb, it means to have a sudden idea or a flash of bright realization. And you see a lot of these cartoons where somebody has an idea and there's a little
Mm-hmm.
light bulb that turns on the top of their heads, like ding. So this is why we say, oh, a light bulb. I just got a light bulb moment, or the light
Yeah.
bulb just went off.
I love it how it became the symbol of new and bright
Ideas,
ideas, right?
yeah.
The next word and expression is self-indulgent. And self-indulgent means focusing too much, not too much in the modern world, just focusing on your own desires, feelings, or interests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trek. Trek is, maybe a lot of people know it from Star Trek, the
Star
Star Trek
Trek.
franchise,
Mhm.
but Trek actually means a long and usually difficult journey. So when we say even the sport of trekking is when you are walking or traveling through kind of difficult mountain
Mhm.
ranges, that type of thing. So even doing something like this job, going from this position to another position has been a real trek for me.
Mhm. Dreary. Oof. Dreary means dull, gloomy, or depressing. Like you can discuss any kind of situation that you're in, especially if it's some monotonous, repeated job that you or task that you have to do. But usually you would use it to describe the weather. The
Yeah,
weather is very dreary. Like when it's raining hard, when it's windy, when it's super cold. Oh,
very dreary. That's right. Next, we have learning curve. You will hear this a lot at schools and maybe from your teachers. It is the process of learning something new, and it doesn't go up in a straight line. There's always some challenges and there's kind of some, fluctuation in how fast you're progressing. So we call this kind of thing a learning curve when you're just learning something new, but there are some challenges and not a complete straight progress along the
mhm.
way.
To go overboard. To go overboard means to do too much or become excessive. Like in our birthday episode, Hannah spilled the beans and she told you guys that when we just started the podcast, we went overboard celebrating it. Yeah, just a little.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we have the word blackmail. Blackmail is a common theme among a lot of different movies, and you are threatening someone when you are blackmailing someone, and you're basically forcing them to do something that you want
Mm-hmm.
or to get something you want. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, like, I have this information about you, and I'm going to tell everybody, but you have to give me $1 million. So it has a lot to do with having something that another person does not want revealed,
Mm-hmm.
and then you threatening, not you, but the person blackmailing, to threaten to expose this secret.
Yes. To piggyback is a very great expression, and we reflected on our episodes. We do often use it like, oh, to piggyback from Hannah's idea, oh, to piggyback from what Helen just said.
Yeah.
To piggyback means to use or build on someone else's idea or effort, not in a bad way. I mean, sometimes it can happen in a bad way, but sometimes it's just like the light bulb moment.
Yeah.
Someone has an idea and you're like, "Ooh, I'm gonna piggyback a bit," and then you can add more and more to it to build something more beautiful.
Prop. Props are basically any object that you can use. It is usually used in theater or TV or film sets, this type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And these are any objects that are used on stage or in a film set, these types of things. So when you think about, your favorite movie or TV show, and you see they're in a house and they're in the kitchen, everything in that house, everything in that kitchen, these are props.
Yeah. And if you guys are watching us, our beautiful vase is a prop. Our beautiful sign that says the
Yeah.
language lab is also a prop. Inside joke. I love this expression. Inside joke is a joke understood only by a specific group of people. I'm pretty sure that you and your friends, or even in the family, within the families, there are always
Of
inside jokes that,
course.
like, if you tell someone who's not a part of your family or friend or group of friends, they would be like, "What?" But for you, it's going to be funny.
So my birthday's in July. This is our little
This is our
inside.
inside joke.
I love inside jokes. We have tons of them.
Yeah.
So many. All right. Next up, we have an expression, turning back the clock. It does literally, if you imagine actually turning back the hands of a digital or
Hmm.
analog clock, you're going back in time. And that's basically what this means. It means that you're returning to the past or you're thinking about something in the past.
Hmm. The next expression is eye opener. And eye opener is a situation or an experience that is very surprising and it changes your understanding of things, of life sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just imagine it like if your eyes get more open, you
Mhm.
can see more and understand more. Constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is a type of criticism, but it's a good type of criticism. It is helpful feedback that is mainly meant to help you improve on something, right? So if you get good constructive criticism from people, it helps you to develop and grow as a
Hmm.
person.
Good. The next word is conceited, and someone conceited is too proud of themselves or overly confident or vain.
Mhm. A long way to go. A long way to go means, you need a lot of improvement or a lot of progress to meet your final goal, right? So it's kind
Hmm.
of like, oh, you know what? I just started learning a new language, but I'm still not perfect. I'm still not fluent. I have a long way to go.
Hmm. But I'm sure that the language practice and everything that is connected with it has a lot of good stuff in store for you.
Mhm.
And have in store is another great expression that we have on our list, and it means planned or prepared for the future. Like we have a lot of fun episodes in store for the next
Yeah.
year.
Think of like a storage unit.
Yeah.
You use it to put away something.
Mm-hmm.
Amicable. Amicable is friendly, peaceful, respectful. Ami, right? It means friend in French. So
Hmm.
it has to do with being friends.
Yeah. So, 1 year ago, this podcast was basically a newborn baby with a microphone, a very ambitious baby with questionable audio quality.
Yes, that's right. And,
Mhm.
since then, we've really learned, we've improved, and occasionally gone a little overboard. But you know what? That's really all just part of the fun.
That is true. So, keep listening, keep learning, and
Educate
educate
yourself.
yourself.